Hello everyone, my name is Nurhanisa binti Omar Khan and today I am going to present about 3D printing, recent advancement and business usage. I believe that almost all of you have heard about the word 3D printing, but how far do you know about 3D printing? Do you know that nowadays 3D printing have undergone a huge advancement compared to the 3D printing in 1980s? So in this video today, I am going to explain to you about the basics of 3D printing, how it was developed, and we will see how 3D printings are now being used in different kinds of sectors such as food, textile, medicine, jewelries and others in order to help human. And nowadays, we can also see that 3D printing have helped a lot of business to grow further. Do you know that in manufacturing, there are three types of manufacturing? The first one is the subtractive manufacturing, in which we cut things from a bigger block to make something new. The second one is the formative manufacturing, in which we use mold or other things to create a new thing. And 3D printing is known as additive manufacturing, because why? We create layer by layer in order to make a new things.
According to the TWIglobal.com website, which is an expert in material joining technology, 3D printing, which is also called additive manufacturing, is a method of creating a three-dimensional object layer by layer using a computer-aided design. Now we will see the timeline of 3D printing development.
3D printing technology was first brought by Dr. Hideo Kodama in the year of 1981. Dr. Hideo method known as rapid prototyping, in which he used the laser beam to cure the resin. Sadly, he did not manage to patent this own method. After that, in the year of 1984, we have another inventor known as Charles Chuck Hall, who managed to invent the method called stereolithography. He then managed to open his own company known as 3D System and launched their own new product in the year of 1988 called SLA1, which is a 3D printing machine. And nowadays, 3D System have become one of the world leading company in 3D printing industry. Between the year of 1988 and 1992, it is called as the year of innovation. Because during this time, we have two famous inventors known as Karl Deckert from University of Texas and Scott Crumb. Karl Deckert invented the method called selective laser sintering, and Scott Crumb invented the method called fuse deposition modeling. These two methods have now become famous, especially in 3D printing technologies. Scott Crumb then managed to make his own company known as Stratasys, and his method, which is the FDM, have now become the most common and simplest printing method in 3D printing technologies.
Stereolithography method used a liquid resin held in a bag with a movable platform. The laser will follow as the design by the computer and hit the surface of the liquid resin. After one layer is finished, the platform will move down by a fraction and subsequent layer will be traced out by the laser. After the object is completed, the platform will be raised out of the bag. Selective laser sintering method uses the piston to push the powder on top of the platform, and the roller will smoothen the powder on the building platform. The laser will then hit the smoothest powder according to the design provided by the computer. After one layer is finished, the building platform will move down and the roller will smoothen another layer of powder on top of the building platform to build the next layer until the object is completed. Fuse deposition modeling uses a spool of filament that is being fed through the heated extrusion head. In the extrusion head, the material will then be molten and it will lay down on the platform according to the design. After the molten material cools down and solidifies, the platform will move down and get ready for the next layer of the molten material until the object is completed.
In the second part, which is the recent advancement, we will discuss how much progress have been achieved in the 3D printing field after all these years. We will discuss this advancement in a few aspects, such as the material that can now be used for 3D printing technologies, the type of software that can be used to create the 3D printing design, and also a few new methods that have been improved from the three basic technology of 3D printing that was used. 3D printing software can be divided into two types. The first one is the design software and the second one is the slicing software. The design software is used to design the object and the slicing software is used to slice the object layer by layer so that it can be printed by the machine. Nowadays, there are many kinds of software that help us to design and also to slice the object for the 3D printing. We can choose based on our level, starting from the beginner, intermediate or up to professional, and some of these software have free version that can be used by everyone with lots of open source. 3D printing design store its design in an STL file. STL file is a simple and portable file for computer-aided design that is being used to define the solid geometry of the 3D printable parts. STL file resolution have an impact to the design being produced by the machine. If the resolution of the design is too high, then the design will overlap with each other when the machine print the design out. However, if the resolution is too low, there will be a gap in the design and this will make the design become unprintable.
These are some of the examples of the 3D printing software that are being used nowadays. These are the software that can be used to slice the object layer by layer for the machine to create the design.
Nowadays, 3D printing technology are being used in different industries such as aerospace, medical, robotics, automotive, jewelries, food, textile, and others. Therefore, the list of material that is compatible with 3D printing machine have increased. Nowadays, we can use polymer, we can use ceramic, we can use plastic, we can use metal, paper, food, and other special material into the machine to get the desired result.
These are some of the examples of the materials used in 3D printing technologies.
Nowadays, 3D printing technology have been used in many kind of industries. Therefore, we have different processes for each industry. ISO 52900 have taken the initiative to group them into 7 main categories based on their general principle. Below are the 7 categories of 3D printing techniques and how each category process are being described.
The first process is binder jetting, in which it uses adhesive to bind the materials together. The second process is direct energy deposition, in which it uses thermal energy to fuse the wire or powdered feedstock as it deposited layer by layer. The third process is the material extrusion, in which it uses spool of filament, which is being heated and melted from the extrusion head and then laid down on the platform to cool down layer by layer. The fourth process is material jetting, which uses the same concept as inkjet printer as it deposits and cures layers of liquid from one or more print head on the platform. The fifth technique is powder bed fusion, which uses material energy to fuse selective area on the powder bed to create object on a platform. The sixth technique, which is a wet photopolymerization, also uses thermal energy to fuse wire or powdered feedstock as it deposited by layers. The seventh technique, which is the sheet lamination, can be divided into two types, which is laminated object manufacturing and ultrasonic object manufacturing. Laminated object manufacturing is used to bind alternate layers of material and adhesive together, while ultrasonic object manufacturing are used to join thin sheet of metal by ultrasonic welding.
In the third part of this video, we are going to talk about the business usage of 3D printing technique. 3D printing technique have benefited many industries such as automotive, aerospace, medical, robotic, and others. We believe that 3D printing technique will be able to open more opportunities for a lot of other industries and will be able to create new job professions for people around the world. A new report from Acumen Research and Consulting forecasts that the global 3D printing market will be able to reach up until $41 billion by 2026. Therefore, it opened a good business opportunity for all the industries. Now, we are going to see the industries that have already implemented the 3D printing technique in their own product. By the end of this video, I believe that we have already explored many things about 3D printing. For example, the history, the recent advancement, and also the business usage. And towards the end, I believe that you have realized the importance of 3D printing towards our industry. 3D printing will help our industry to use less tools in their own factory, as one tool can already create many kinds of products. The second is 3D printing will also help the industry to create a highly complex product just by using the computer-aided design. Finally, 3D printing is also an environmentally friendly method that can be used by industry to reduce their material waste. Although there are some limitations in 3D printing, such as it cannot create a product that is as accurate as created by the traditional technique, and the product created by 3D printing may not be as strong as the product created traditionally. But I believe that as a human, we need to overcome this limitation by improving the quality of our technology so that in future, our industry will be able to use a better technique of 3D printing in order to improve the quality of the products being produced by them. Last but not least, I hope this video have benefit everyone that watched and increase their knowledge about 3D printing. That's all from me. Thank you.